All right, everyone, welcome back to the Rodeo Talk episode 12, I believe, brother. We are back
Yes.
once again. We always keep returning, we keep it consistent, and we're really looking forward to today jumping on. Honestly, yeah, we don't have a ton of stuff planned. Usually, we've got a bit of feedback from you guys preferring a more natural approach. We do have a few things we want to cover, though. But
Yeah.
I'm here with the one and only, as always, Mikkel, my brother. How are you doing? How are you feeling, man?
Oh, brother. I'm feeling really good. Life is absolutely amazing. I'm back in Denmark, so it's starting to get a little bit warm. We are like 30 degrees below Dubai level, so it's still a little bit cold, but we're getting there. Besides that, just getting the work in. Like more exciting times than ever. So life is really good, bro. Just grinding hard. Uh, yeah, I have a very special event that I'm also going to share with you. You already
Yeah.
know it, brother.
Hmm.
But for the people who are listening or watching this, it's gonna be really good. I haven't done anything like that before, so yeah, just to
Yeah.
spoil it, I'm actually going to run half a marathon, so that's going to be tomorrow. So
Come
I'm very
on.
excited. Life is really good. So
That's
yeah,
interesting.
I'm excited. Business is going really good. I found my philosophy, how I want to run my business, how I want my clients to run their business. I have laid down my roadmap for this year and also how I'm going to scale the next few years. So I've extended my time horizon a little bit, going from a few months to literally just say, this is going to take 3 to 4 years. And I'm completely okay with that because it's a process. So I'm very grateful for life. I couldn't ask for more, bro. But how about you? How's your week been since the last time we spoke?
Oh man, yeah, great to hear. First and foremost, we're gonna get into the half marathon. We're gonna get into the business philosophy stuff today as well. But on my end, man, it's also been business like usual. I guess news for me is that I am wrapping up my stay here in New Zealand, and on the next episode, you'll see I'll be back in Denmark with you, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, we're already getting some working spaces locked in and kind of planning for the next 3 4 months, like usual. And yeah, it's been a really great week actually. I have celebrated family birthdays and kind of wrapping up seeing family down here. If you guys didn't know, I am multinational in terms of citizenship. I have family in New Zealand. I have family in Denmark. So I switch in between the two countries and try and time it with summer periods, ideally. But business comes first, of course. But yeah, I'm going to be back in Denmark for the best months and
Yeah.
enjoy some time there. So yeah, it's been really great, man. It's been really busy as well. Literally, when I land in Denmark, it's straight into even more work and fixing like the time zones and the scheduling systems and stuff like that. Yeah, I love what you said about how we operate and how we work with our businesses as a philosophy and how we want to approach that. For me, that's still heavily involved with speaking with the people I work with very often. That's where I add a lot of magic, and
Yes. Good.
therefore time zones has always been a bit of a challenge, an opportunity. So I'll be back in Denmark. It's a more ideal time zone for me currently and how I operate. So it's been awesome, man. I've been getting my exercise in as well. I haven't got quite a half marathon planned right now. So when you told me you were doing that, bro, it was really something I got psyched up about because as we all know, I'm kind of the longer, a little bit taller,
Yeah.
long legs, marathoner,
100%.
half Ironman
You
guy
built
that
for
loves.
marathons. You are
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
built for marathons.
I mean, I'll be built for benching as well. It's all on its way for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But when you told me, I was so excited because you have your, let's say, just your foundational base in more weightlifting, and obviously, if people check out your Instagram bodybuilding kind of scene as
Yeah.
well.
100%.
What made you want to start doing the half marathon, bro? Because I think a lot of people out there also like has like some sort of feeling of wanting to get into that stuff, but they don't really know how to approach it. I guess you got influenced by me, hopefully, by me doing my stuff as well.
100%. I think, yeah, it's really good. And for me, the reason why I wanted to do half a marathon is also to prove myself. I think now I've been lifting weights like very intensely at a high level for the past 7 years. Track my macros, trained 5 to 6 times a day for the past 7 years. Um, without any pauses or anything like
Mhm.
that. And going to the gym, yeah, it's nice. I like getting a pump and pushing myself and lifting heavy stuff, but it's really just comfortable.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. I know all the exercise that I'm going to do. Haven't switched up my training program for the past 6 years, so yeah, everything is the same when it comes to the exercises, and I just needed a new challenge, and I suck at running. I literally suck at running. Now I'm okay because I've been training for this half marathon. But before that, I couldn't even run 2 kilometers. It was so bad, and I switched my mindset. I wanted to be a bodybuilder a few years back, but I feel like my yes, I look good, but I wasn't in good shape. I wasn't healthy. Just because I had a six pack doesn't mean that I'm healthy. And I wanted to like go more into health, a sustainable living. And I figured out, okay, if I can run, be in very good condition, and also lift heavy weights, I may have the golden combination for me. So I had to push myself, and I'm going for a marathon this year. Can't say when that is.
I'll
Possibly
find it.
Christmas
Don't worry.
Eve.
I'll
Possibly
find it.
Christmas Eve. That's going to be good. And I know Max, you're also going to be there.
Yeah.
Um, and but before that, I have to go for half a marathon. I've only ran like 15 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, but that went pretty good. So I'm very confident I can do it. So today I have rest day, just yeah, drinking a lot of good water. So yeah, I can stay hydrated.
Carb
So I
loading.
wanted, yeah, absolutely, and I wanted to push myself. I wanted to humble myself. It's very easy to get caught up in the like being so ego when it comes to fitness and weightlifting. Uh, I'm not the smallest. I'm not the biggest one, and I'm not
You're
trying
never
to
the
be.
biggest. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just the same. So I needed a new challenge, and I think running for not just like 5 kilometers, but 21. You need to find something extra. You need to really deal with your thoughts because I know that it's going to suck. When I hit 16 kilometers and there's 5 left, I know it's going to suck. And I'm prepared for it. I prepare for the challenge, but mentally, this is going to help me um, like control more stress
Mhm.
and keep going when things suck.
Mhm.
So I think this is going to be a mental challenge. Physically, I am capable of running 21
Mhm.
kilometers, but mentally, I'm also prepared for it. But I know that's going to be the toughest fight that I'm going
Mhm.
yeah, look at tomorrow and fight. So
I love
I'm
it, man.
very excited, brother. And I remember when I told you, bro, you sent me a 10-minute voice message with things I had to do, and you said you have to take notes on this. And I was walking with my dog Lucky when I listened to it. It was so good, and I still remember everything. But it just shows your commitment. You know your shit when it comes to like running for long distance or doing like extreme sports when it comes to cardio. So I'm just so happy that you can tell me because I didn't know any of this stuff. I know all the reps, how you do like fitness, weightlifting,
Mhm.
how to angle your arms to hit certain spots on the body, like all this technical stuff. But moving your body is so simple, just like running. I have no clue how to
Yeah.
prepare for that. So I'm just happy that you can help me, bro. Tell
Sick.
me, and also for the people who are watching or listening to this, like, why do you know so much about this, like marathon, Ironman stuff, prepping for this long distance sports?
Mm-hmm. 100%, man. Yeah, I love what you said. There's so many things I want to dive into, but yeah, for me, man, it's kind of built. It was the way that I turned. I know when you got into weightlifting, that was around the same age as well that I got into running, and I got into first it was actually swimming, and then it was running, and then it was biking. But for me, man, it's been something I've been practicing for about as long as you've been practicing weights, 5, 6 years. And that's one of the reasons why we complement each other so well. Is I know we went to the gym, man, and you showed me like the one where you kind of pull down towards the
Yeah, for
lat.
the
And
lads.
yeah, yeah. And for the people that are listening, not watching, it's kind of like you're pulling down on like a cable machine with one arm kind of
Yeah, one
pulls.
arm.
And you just showed me how to angle it and how to have my elbow in the right position and like how do I thumb or no thumb and oh no
Yeah,
you're pulling too far and like there's just so much science to that game that it's just mental to me. That there's such a different level to it. So yeah, completely correct. For me, it's been something that I turned to, something I wanted to practice. I did my first marathon officially on a race day in 2024. So literally just last year. I haven't been in the game for too long, and it was also the same year I did my half Ironman. And now I'm going for the next level. I'm going for the Ironman, and I want to do the marathon with you. So yeah, for me, I'm getting into the weights as well because, as you told very succinctly, we can't stay in our comfort zone. Like it's quite crazy for me to hear you say that you're comfortable with going to the gym every day, right?
yeah.
And just doing the same stuff. Because I would hate that, right? It would be such a challenge for me. But you've inspired me to start doing that. And now I'm going to get a 100 kilo bench in 2025.
That's
I'm going to
good, man.
conquer that area of my fitness. I know it's not very smart to focus 100% on getting a 100 kilo bench because I'll get injury and stuff. That's why I've given myself a long time frame to do it this year. So I don't just build my chest, but I build every other part of my
Where are
muscles
you,
as
bro?
well.
Where are you compared to the 100K?
So right now my one rep max is at 80, but I have another one rep max test at in 2 or 3 weeks time. So you'll probably be there. Uh, so yeah, I'm kind of tracking well because I've already increased my one rep max by like 10 kilo. I was doing 70, um,
Yeah.
70, yeah, not even like around 70 when I started, and I've just made a plan. And you're going to tweak me at that as well and tell me what I'm doing wrong for sure. So yeah, I mean, it's something that keeps us sane, right? And it's something that makes sure that we can handle stress in a better way. But running's really good at that because, as you said, it's a mental battle. When you're out there feeling it on the 17th, 18th kilometer, you can think back to this conversation, brother, that it's mental. It's so mental. Like
Yeah, it
when I did my
is.
marathon in Copenhagen, the main part there that got me across the finish line, and I had a negative split, so I ran the second half quicker than the first half. It was all the energy in the air. Like Copenhagen Marathon is crazy because there's like people playing music around you. The vibe is incredible. Because my name is Max and I had it on my chest here. People would say my name, random people, right? Like 15, 20 people that I didn't know apart from my family were
Yeah.
screaming my name, and you're giving high fives to people, and that energy is fuel, right? And it just proves that when you see two people in the Champions League and one's on the losing team and one's on the winning team, and the one on the losing team, the full time whistle blows and he lays down and he's done. He's done. Whereas the guy who won, he has tons of energy and he's jumping around like he didn't just burn 2,000 calories playing like
Yeah.
120 minutes. And that's just the difference mentally, man. You've got to be able to find that fuel somewhere. And that's going to be a far bigger challenge than physically because everyone physically pretty much can run 21 kilometers. It takes a bit of training, but it's a case of finding that fuel. And for me, I have a few methods mentally that I use to find that fuel. Like I'll just drop one of my secrets, but I run with running glasses when I run, and I'd use them tactically. I know you have a pair as well. I
Yeah.
use them tactically to when I go in the dark zone and I'm in the light zone. So when I did the marathon in Copenhagen and I wanted to get the energy in, I took them up and I had them on my hat and I would give high fives. I would smile. I would look at the sun. I would take an energy, right? And then when it got a bit quiet and we were in a corner where there wasn't any people, they come on, those bad boys. And then I go
Yeah.
dark and I go really quiet and I come inside and I take that energy. So it's like that stuff there helped me far more than an extra 2 weeks of training my mental. And the mental stuff is what you can take into your business and the rest of your life. You can't take strong
100%.
legs into your business, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
For me, it's not the running part. I can just be completely honest. I will probably hate. Tomorrow is not going to be the best day where I feel the most joy because there's gonna be so much pain. I haven't done this before, so I know my body is going to struggle. But mentally is where the treasure is and where the treasure can be found because the consistency you need to push, you need to keep going when things get really hard. And for me, I know tomorrow is going to be really windy. So yeah, probably not the best day, but action beats perfection. I can't sit here and wait for the perfect conditions. And I feel like I would much rather run when there's a little wind because it gives me some air and I feel like I can breathe. Where if everything was just still, no wind at all, and the sun was just shining, it would also feel so much um, more warmer. Which means that for me, I have a like a lot of muscles.
Exactly.
They need something to cool down. Okay, it sounds like I'm a bodybuilder, but
No, but
but
like compared to me, like
yeah,
you're very
absolutely,
right. Compared to me, I'm serious when I say this. You might have double the amount of like muscle mass kilograms, and I'm maybe not double, but you know what I mean. Like, and we know that muscles they generate a lot of heat when we run, right?
yeah,
That's why you see the people from Ethiopia and Kenya. They have their skin and bones, man, because they don't need to have a lot of muscle, only the necessary tissue and muscle for running. They don't have like the big biceps and the big lats because you don't need that to
yeah,
run.
a
Their
big
upper
pack,
bodies are literally like this. All right.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but that's
100%.
one
So
thing. Yeah.
I will for sure be wearing glasses tomorrow because of the wind. Because I hate running when wind comes into the eyes and the watering, and it just makes it so much worse. So yeah, it's like a shield protection for my eyes, so I can focus. If I constantly get dried up with my eyes, I can't focus, and I know I
Mm.
need focus tomorrow. So and of course, it also looks pretty cool to have glasses. You look a little bit better than you possibly are with the glasses. So
You feel a bit better. It's all about how you
yeah,
feel.
absolutely. So
It's all
so
about
that's
how you
pretty good.
feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So gear is pretty good. I might have to throw out the shoes afterwards because they're burned down. It's gonna be the last race possibly in
Yeah.
those, but we're gonna finish strong with them. It would be stupid of me to buy new shoes and run a half marathon in them. I think my feet will like burn down or something like that.
Your shoes
I
will
would,
be fine, man, and the wind will be fine. Like,
yeah, yeah,
you just got to
100%.
frame those things in a way that supports your goal. And your goal is to complete. So when you speak about your shoes, instead of saying like, oh, it might not be good because they're run down, I like to frame it in a way where I say they're perfect because I've run them so much before. So I know how they step, I know how they feel. I've run a
That's
certain
true.
distance from them
It's
before,
framing,
and you frame it in that way and it makes you a better runner. Like the mental game of the
100%.
people who win Copenhagen Marathon and run it 2 hours and 8 minutes, they're just as good runners as all the people that finish top 20. They can't get much better. It gets so slim, but they really take a lot of ground in the mental side. And I mean, I have my areas of inspiration in that as well. And everyone knows Goggins, but there's less people that knows like other Olympians, smaller fringe people in Olympic sports. Cam Wolf is one. Like you got a few really cool people that like do crazy backyard races, brother, where it's like a last man standing, and they have like a loop of 6 kilometers, and yeah, every hour on the hour they have to complete a loop. So every hour exactly, the timer starts, and you need to be back and start the next one the next
Oh,
hour exactly. And it's just last man standing. They go for 3 days. And if you get back 45 minutes, then you have 15 minutes to rest, and then you go again, and then the
yeah.
horn goes, dude, like crazy mental
Okay,
game.
that's crazy.
But yeah,
That's
man, sick to hear. I'm gonna look so much forward to see you do that. Are you gonna document it as well?
yeah, I am. I think not like the YouTube format where I film the entire thing. Just gonna film some videos, possibly for every single kilometer. I think that would be pretty good. Just when I've run like the first to the last, just give it an update. Like how am I feeling, how long have I run, and yeah, what's left on this race. But I feel like I'm so excited for this. I know I'm also ready. Mentally, it's going to be really good. I know that I'm going to be a little bit different person when I complete it, because it's uh, it's actually a big accomplishment for me. I've never run this far, so yeah, it's going to be ticked off the bucket list. So I'm just happy for that.
Sick.
And I'm not the person that is looking for the perfect gear before I can start. Yes, I have my glasses, but what are they? $10 or something. And yeah, I have my running shoes. They're very old and a little bit destroyed, but I feel like they're perfect for this race, because I know them. The wind is good. I'm also heavy, so I'm not going to be pushed around. I think I'm
No.
83 kilos right now, 84, I think. So yeah, it's going to be good. Wind just helps me cool down. So yeah, the only thing that I'm not worried about but thinking about is the water, how to hydrate. But you also sent me a lot of good stuff about that. So I think I'm just gonna run with like a bottle of water, take a sip here and there, and yeah, just keep going. It's only 21 kilometers, so it's
Is it
not
a
like extreme.
Have you defined where you're gonna run? Have you got like have you mapped out?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's not. It's just for myself. It's not an official race. So I
No,
think
no.
I'm just going to run to another city and then come back and just run a little bit around here in the city that I'm in
Yeah,
right now.
you
It's a
can
small
definitely. Yeah,
countryside city. Yeah, like small town with only 8,000 people here. So it's very small. So possibly just
and
run around the
it's good,
city.
man. It's good. Like when everyone out there that's listening trains for a race or train, I think it's the same even for a PB. If you're going for like a bench or a squat, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But at least for running and biking and Ironmanning and stuff, you actually don't want to run the full distance before you run it on the day. Like you want to get to a certain level. When I was training for marathon, the highest I was ever running and needed to run was 35 kilometers.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to run. And for half marathons, you shouldn't be running more than 15, 16, because you it's not going to favor you to run that much. You're just going to have a chance of getting injured and you're going to have a chance of overextending yourself. What I would recommend for you, bro, because I know we spoke about the water thing, is that running in like a more of a loop. Um, just think about the distance. Don't think about the route too much. And then like at your at some bench or side of the road or even at the side of the house or something, put like a few water bottles, like put two or three or four, and then every time you come around you just grab one, you finish it and you throw it away, just like you were at an aid station at a
Yeah.
race. Because the important part here is that you're going to be needing as much water in the beginning and the end. So you can have like four bottles ready and then you bring one, and then when you come back, you drop it, you take the next, and then you come back, drop it, take the next. So um, something like that. But yeah, I know you're gonna smash it, brother, and I can't wait to hear about it when I'm back in Denmark as well. Because it's a big achievement, man. It's a big achievement, and it's so outside your
It
comfort
is.
zone. So it makes me like really, really psyched up to hear, and it's pushing me to go even more to the gym, right, and get
Yeah.
bigger. Like I'm not blaming my genetics or anything anymore. Like, who am I, like a bitch for that? So don't anyone ever blame their genetics. Like, even if they're easy on taking on weight or easy on, not taking on weight, like me. It. I have told myself that too much. It doesn't empower you. It only takes away your control to change your situation by blaming external factors.
Yeah.
And we're all about that here. We're all about self accountability, and like you're the
100%.
most stoic person I know. So yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. I'm so excited. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna listen to an audiobook or something like that. Something that is quite meditating to the mind.
yeah,
I don't want to listen to music for, I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours. That's not my kind of thing. I think it would like just drain my energy with the all the music and dopamine, something like that. So I feel like just some motivational speeches possibly, or an audiobook. I have a very good one called Relentless by Tim Grover, the guy that trained Michael Jordan. And if you want to switch your mindset to adopt the mindset of being the best of the best, Relentless is one of the greatest books that I have ever read. So I totally recommend that. Also for you, bro. I think that's if you haven't read it, but I think that book is absolutely amazing, especially for this occasion. Or some David Goggins, Unstoppable, or yeah, I don't know, Can't Hurt Me or something like that. That's also pretty good book. But yeah, bro, very exciting times. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna update you guys for the next episode how it's going. So yeah, besides from that, everything is good. Just training for that. I have my rest day today, so yeah, it's pretty good. Just carving up a little bit, um, drinking a lot of water, and just staying a little bit active. So I'm not just laying down the entire day, but I keep my blood flowing in the body. I
Yeah,
think that's also pretty good. So yeah,
can't wait, man.
also I'm not that much into like the perfect gear, and I also think that applies to everything I do. I'm more like action taking, and I feel like before you can upgrade anything in life, your gear, when it comes to business, your computer, microphone, camera, you need to do a lot of reps and get to a certain level before you can upgrade your gear. For me, again, with running, I'm not going to invest in expensive running shoes and running gear, sleeves, all that because it looks cool. I have my glasses, I have my shoes, and then I'm just going to run so casual. And I think that's a very good rule that if you truly want to be great at something, don't wait for the
Wait,
perfect gear or
yeah,
the perfect moment. Exactly like you, bro. You just upgraded your computer, but you've been using an old one for years of time, and now
yeah.
you get to a certain level where okay, now it's time for me because it's actually not going to benefit my business or my life anymore. So, and that is the time we need to upgrade. Same
We
for
have a
me.
saying, yeah, 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 yeah. So true. Like we have a saying here in New Zealand. It's probably also very English as well, but a lot of people say it here though. They say like, um, all the gear but no idea. Like you
Mm.
have no idea, but you have all the gear. And it's the same when you see people that need to lose weight. And yeah, actually, I have a name for this, brother, and you might have heard it before, but it's something I got taught by one of my mentors. This, at least the terminology for it, um, and it's called the fat guy syndrome. And the fat guy syndrome is if you have someone that's fat or obese, and they want to lose weight, they go out if they have this syndrome and they get the best personal trainers and the training plans. They get the best dieting plans and like program for dieting,
Training gear.
and they get the best training gear, but they just don't eat healthy and they don't go to the gym. And that's the same we're seeing a lot of people in this space. Don't be that guy. Like if I see you pulling up with a 16-inch MacBook Pro from that year, and yeah, you've got the newest iPhone, and you just bought a new DJI Osmo 3, like I'm expecting you're making at least that amount, or you're at least that competent. If you pull up with that gear and you're like sitting and asking me about outreach or something basic, I'm just going to
Yeah.
be so disappointed. Like really, really, and not because outreach specifically. You can have some very, very, very competent questions about outreach. It's not that, but you know what I mean. Most people know what I mean. If someone asks like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what are you saying?" Blah blah. But
I
it's
also
so
have a
true.
good example. I have a very good example,
The
bro.
fat guy syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna name drop him here, but and you don't
No,
know
we
him. You
don't.
don't know him, bro. He's from my hometown. I know that he got some money from his job. I think he was a salesperson. So he bought a Rolex, which is fine, nice watch, and I think he still has it, and he also wants to start his online business, like this scaling coaches, info products, with the full stack agency. And he came to me, asked for advice. He didn't have any money at that time, uh, and he really wanted help to start his business, but he didn't have any money. But he still has his Rolex. And I just asked him, and he when I met him, he had the Rolex on his wrist, and I just looked at it and pointed at this Rolex, say, "You have money. You have money on your wrist. You could sell it for the exactly the same amount of money that you bought it for. Why don't you sell that Rolex so you can learn the skills of running a business?" Oh, I could never do that. I would not sell my Rolex. Like, why not? What what worth? What is your Rolex worth if you don't know how to actually make money? You're just going to look rich. So now you have two choices. You can either just stay in your situation, not doing anything, but yes, you look rich, you look like you have everything put together and sorted out, or you can throw away your ego and humble yourself a little bit, sell your Rolex, set your goal as getting your Rolex back after 3 months because now you have a business and you know how to make money. Unfortunately, he still doesn't have a business yet.
Oh my
But
gosh.
but I think that's the issue. And I've also been like struggling in the beginning with that. I wanted to look rich, be this like have validation from others. Um, but in the end, what's like really purposeful is just you go all in on your dreams. Don't be materialistic. Like help other people make money, and you're also going to make money.
Yeah.
Become a better person. And I would like to say that if he sold his Rolex, he would be a better person. His life would be better in all kinds of
Mm.
way.
Mm.
Um, more, yeah, I think just more humble, more hardworking, no ego that is going to destroy his dreams, and he's willing to work his ass off. And
Yeah.
he now has a mentor that can teach him how to scale a business that allows him to buy Rolex every single week. Um, but that's I think that's the like choice you have to make. You want to see it the short term. Yes, you don't have the Rolex, you don't look rich, or
Yeah.
you can think long term and say, yes, I don't have the Rolex, but now I'm going to learn the skills that allows me to have so much more than just a shiny watch. What's your
Yeah.
perspective on this, brother?
I'll show you what my perspective is because I'm actually just looking for a photo of how I operated when I got started. But I think you know my perspective on this. It's quite clear to me. I mean, I just bought a new computer, and yeah, it's still like not the newest model, but it's still I've been operating on a computer that's like 5, 10 years old a lot of times, and I don't like to upgrade gear before it's utmost necessary. I know where I can spend that money a lot better in my personal development of understanding more techniques in service delivery and hiring people to the team and investing in like the best information and putting it in ad spend and all these
Yeah,
things that actually just contribute to me being far more switched on and far more on top of my game rather than just focusing on other stuff. So this is a picture here. I'm going to show to the audio listeners or to the people who are looking. I had an old lamp that is
yes,
a hue light, right? And you can see here it's meant to be on the wall, right? It doesn't have a base. It has like it like wobbles like this. But I put it there and I put like this candle holder on top of it to keep it still while I had a small, I'm trying to explain this in the best way, but a small like iPhone stand behind it, and this was my ring light. And and I was connecting my microphone to one thing and my iPhone because they couldn't connect together. Like I made it work, right? I made it work, and it's not going to leave me in a better position when I get the gear eventually, or a worse position. I'm going to be far better. Like the people who go out there and look for becoming better, and they immediately look other way outside themselves, it says a lot about you. Let's, as a thought experiment, give people something to think about as well. Where If you were asked to do this or to do that or level up or something like that, like imagine that. Are you looking internally or externally? Are you thinking about what do I need? Or I need this, I need that, I need that. I
Yeah.
didn't think that. I saw a lamp on the wall and I screwed that stuff, that shit down, and I put it on the table. It looked like a ring light, right? And I had the
Yeah.
Hue Light app to display like how many Kelvin, how bright it was. Like, so that's my stance on it, man. Make it work, because you're gonna be always, if you want to be a high performer, and I'm not saying we by any means are where we are wanting to be. We simply aren't. We're only a few steps ahead of most people listening, which is why we do
Yeah.
this. But we know that we're going to have to, in more higher frequency, act and be challenged and make stuff work from nothing. Like we got to get water from rocks sometimes when we're doing what we're doing. We got to squeeze water from a rock, and that
Yeah.
shit's not easy. Like so that's the game. If I'm able to do that and I'm able to perform in an environment that isn't favoring my outcome, if I'm able to run a half marathon on shoes that are way too old, but I'm able to frame it in a way where I say, okay, I'll get this done and it'll be good, blah, blah. I'm going to be far more competitive, far more. And that goes across
100%.
every aspect of my life. It's adversity. And it's one of the traits that I really like. I know we really like resilience and we like adversity, because adversity is very important. Adaptability, like it's like an escape room. You got to find something that works here, and it's not
Absolutely.
outside of you. You know, sometimes you have to look inward. So that's my stance on it, and everyone should think that way. You've got all the tools you need. Like, if everyone's got an iPhone, like you don't need a MacBook, newest MacBook, and then you can start your business. Or you don't, like the guy
No,
with
no,
the
no.
Rolex, like that guy, man. It's just, no, it's not for me, because he hasn't got that ethic and those morals and values that we have. You might really just want a stable income and think it's a good investment. And I'll just say good luck. Like we are here
Yeah.
learning a lot
I'm not
more. And
I'm not saying you should leave all your materialistic stuff, but I will say if there's something that you truly want, that watch was holding him back because he literally had money on his wrist. And for you guys who don't know Rolex, it's one of these brands that holds its value throughout the years. Some
Mhm.
watches even increase in price, and Rolexes are extremely popular, which means that it's very sellable. So if you need cash, like quickly, you could easily sell it within
Yeah.
48 hours for the same amount of money that you bought it for, unless you fucked it up in some way. But Rolex is a good investment for that. If you need cash or anything happens, yes, you can easily sell it and get access to the cash you have. And I think he hated his life at that time. It looked like he really was hating his life, um, not enjoying anything. He had a job he hated. He really wanted to travel, have the freedom, but that watch was holding him back.
100%,
Um,
man.
and I feel like it wasn't a watch for him. It was a chain. He was chained to his life
Very
that he didn't
interesting.
want to
Yeah.
live. And if he just sold it, then would still have, I don't know, 6K, 7K left from the money. And he could invest that into crypto. And at that time, it was a couple of years back, then crypto was going to explode, and he could have bought three more Rolex for for
Yeah.
for that price increase in crypto. So if you played a little bit smart and thinking long term instead of how he would feel right now, he could possibly achieve far greater things. And he's a good guy. He knows sales. He was one of the top salespersons. So I don't think it was an issue for him to get clients or do the outreaches. He's like socially attractive, knows how to talk with people. The only thing was, if he just was on point with the service delivery and his personal brand and his morals and values, he could have lived his dream life by now. And
Yeah.
I think that's a
Yeah.
very good lesson for the people. If you have like instead of investing a couple $1,000s into stocks or crypto or anything like that, why not invest it into like a skill that allows you to make money? And this is not about just making money, but this is about learning the skills that allows you to have full control over your future.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. I'm so grateful that my first business didn't explode. That was a
Yeah,
dropshipping
you need to
business.
listen. Yeah, you need to
Yes,
listen completely. I think one
absolutely.
important question that people need to ask themselves, and we'll leave them with this question before we wrap up, is like, because I had this dilemma myself. So I'm speaking from personal experience here when I say that I had a saving when I was in my teenage years, and I saved up some money, and I was looking at the money, and I was going to put it all in stocks, or I was going to put it all into a mentor a little bit ahead of me. And I said, what do I think will give me the biggest return on investment? If I put it into S&P 500, I might maybe get 8% on average over 5 years. But if I put the same amount into my skill set and starting to monetize my services and add value to the world, how much money do I believe I could bring in from that? And at that point, the question was sealed. So ask yourself that. Ask yourself if you believe you could get a greater return on investment in yourself, and if you're the type of person that believes enough in yourself to know wholeheartedly that I'm going to get at least a 200, 300, 400% return on my investment over just the next year, compared to letting a potential stock or bond or
Yeah,
meme coin control your outcome. I mean, we like to take control here over our own destiny. So I think we're going to leave you with that, right? I think,
absolutely. We could go on forever with this, and I think for the people who watch or listen to this, really just understand like your values, what's truly important for you, and never compromise on your values. Uh, there's a lot of money that is not good money. So always, if you see a deal, like just ask yourself, does this align with with my values? Would my family be proud of this deal that I make? Um, would my kids be proud of this deal?
yeah,
Because it's not just about the money you make right now. It's about that there's a price of everything. The deal you make, the price is not just what you pay or get paid for the deal, but it's also what comes with it. If you have
yeah,
to sell your soul, your values, your morals to get that deal, it's not a good deal. It's really not a good
yeah.
deal. And I think just be true to yourself. Never lie to yourself. And this is actually pretty hard. We tend to lie to ourselves because we want like good results right now, and we cope. And I'm still learning. I still struggle at some time
You
with
still
this.
fuck up.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just a constant practice to really just
You're
be
not
true
failing.
to
You're
yourself.
not learning. Yeah, have a feedback loop.
Absolutely. I think let's just bro, we could go
Let's
on
wrap.
forever with this,
We
but
could,
let's
man.
leave the listeners or the people who are watching this with a note. Just don't just look at the short term results. Think like look at the bigger picture. Think big, and just stick to your values and morals. And I know that you're going to win in a way that is absolutely beautiful.
100%, man. I appreciate that.
Do you have
Great stuff,
anything
guys.
to do you have anything to like share, bro? Before we hop off.
I want people to send all their best energy and leg power to you in approximately, well, when this comes out, you
Yes,
already have done it, but just mentally. I
absolutely.
want people to check us out. Max Rooney, Michael Winslow, Instagram, YouTube. If you're looking to dive in a bit deeper, or just check out another episode. We literally drop bangers every single week. I'm getting back to Denmark. We're going to level up our input into the rodeo talk
Yeah,
TRT, and you guys will be in for a real treat, man. So stick along. It will be free. It's not even paid. This is one crazy thing. We don't charge you like a single cent, and you're literally getting real time insights and value of two young entrepreneurs that's on up and coming, learning, failing, adapting in real time.
yeah.
And we
Just
speak to the people just getting started, right? We don't speak to the people where we're at because they're also learning. But listen to someone who's just a little bit ahead of you because they can shine the light far brighter on the next 5 steps than a person that's 10 1,000 steps ahead of you, if that makes sense. And it does.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Um,
100%.
maybe even in a different format. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. But take care.
See you guys.
And just keep up the good work, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.